What's going on, everybody? My name is Jason. Welcome to Redfish Bluefish. This is the channel where we examine art, nature, and science, and we do it through the lens of the aquarist. It's Friday night. I really appreciate you guys, a lot of you guys, coming by and choosing to hang out with me here on this channel. And as the title of the live stream suggests, we are going to look at every single fish in the shop. But before we do that, we're going to jump in and do our shout outs that we like to do here at Redfish Bluefish. These are the top 10 early birds. These are the first 10 people that were in chat long before the live stream even began. And I actually ducked into the live stream like well over 3 hours ago now. And I saw two people who were like super early. So for sure, without question, first place this time goes to Steve Langley, who was here easily 3.5 hours ago saying hi. Appreciate that, Steve, and congratulations on first place. Second place, we had Color Guppies, right behind Steve Langley, in fact. Third place, we had Daryl Deemer. Fourth place, we had Cody's son. Fifth place, James over with Fish Room Fever. In sixth place, we had EJ Fishes 76. In seventh place, good friend of mine, Cichlids 23, appreciate it, dude. Eighth place, another very good friend of mine, Danikin Aquatics. Ninth place, we had Chris John. And in 10th place, last but certainly not least, one of the moderators here at Fish Bluefish, George with Aqua Balls. I appreciate it so much. If you didn't make the top 10, do not worry, do not sweat it, don't cry, and certainly don't be angry. I love you all the same. You're all first place here. So I'm going to jump into chat. Hopefully audio is good, guys. I think it is. I see the bouncing little audio meter going on. That's usually a good sign. Let me jump in and see if I have any ats. Remember, guys, if you want to ask me a question, please at Redfish Bluefish in chat. It really helps it to stand out. And I don't believe I have any questions so far. Everyone is waiting for the fish tour. So we got through about 70%, maybe 75% of the fish last time. I was saving one tetra, a very extremely uncommon tetra that is the most sought after in the hobby for this live stream. I didn't want to like bust it last time, but we're going to show that this time and a few others that we skipped over, and we're going to go through everything basically. So without further ado, before we get started, I'm going to show you a lot of fish this time around. It's going to be a great show. If you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please consider doing so. And if you do so, thank you very much, first of all. Second of all, please don't forget to hit the bell. Turn on notifications so you know when we're going live, we're doing giveaways, we're doing contests, all kinds of cool stuff here. So I am going to pick up the camera and we're going to get started. We're not going to waste any time. By the way, when I have the camera in my hand and I'm spinning around like this, I cannot see chat. So we will duck back into chat when I get a chance. So we're going to run through everything right here. I'm going to speak a little bit about each one if I can. So the first tank I want to go over. Actually, let me adjust the light on this one forward, on this row here, because I have some really interesting fish I purposefully avoided last time. Uh-oh, we're caught up here on something. There we go, that's better. Pardon that. So this first row, let's get started. These are tank bred green tiger barbs with an incredible amount of vibrancy, and even though they're quite large, you can see their size compared to my thumb. They're not small. These guys, their coloration is amazing. They're less green and more blue-green than anything else. And what I really like is that they're quite large. They're not youngsters anymore. They still have that really nice, brilliant red nose and those red fins that you normally see gone long before they reach this time. So green tiger barbs, these are tank bred in the Czech Republic. They are not a rare fish by any stretch of the imagination. The reason why I imported these is that, first of all, I've long been a fan of this frankly man-made variety of tiger barb, and you know, you never know what you get with them. Sometimes they turn like totally almost solid green. Sometimes it's very weak. You never know. But I wanted to bring these in to test the quality. See, when I change the camera angle like this, you see the crazy amount of erythroras that they're covered in. They're just covered in erythroras, and they change, you know, how they appear depending on the angle that you're viewing them in. Really something else. I'm sure you've heard on my live streams before, if you visited them before, I really like tanks that are just, you know, like beautiful planted tanks that are dedicated to only green tiger barbs, because they are a very nippy fish. They will absolutely nip the fins of other, you know, slower, weaker fish, what have you. But in a tank with enough of them so the aggression or the possible aggression is spread out, they're very stunning. They're kind of hard to beat. I mean, you can see brilliant, almost at times forest green from above this particular strain. But when you start viewing them down here, they turn blue. I mean, really interesting stuff going on. Okay, enough of that. Sorry, I love tiger barbs. I'll get sucked in if you let me. Okay, next. We've got some blue diamond head neon tetras. See, we've got some pretty nice diatom going on in a lot of tanks here. Got a lot of autos. I'm spreading them around. There's actually an auto in here somewhere. He's in the back chilling. Really quite like these little guys. I like how they just have that really super shiny reflective bit, you know, like kind of behind their eye and over and above their eye. Sort of behind it a little bit, like this guy. I like that that's the only super reflective bit on the fish. And the rest is definitely still colorful, but it's more muted. It's really interesting. It's an interesting variation that this fish has. They're nice in aquascapes because they don't take too much away from what most aquascapers and, you know, fancy schmancy planted tank people want. They want your attention to be mainly focused on the arrangement, on the plants, the transitions, all that stuff. The fish are sort of complementary, but not everyone feels so much that way. I don't even necessarily actually feel that way. But these are a nice addition to an aquascape where you want some color, you want some beauty, but you don't want too much flashiness to draw the eye away from what you may have been working on. So, pretty. Okay, well, this next one is a new addition. Just came in a couple days ago. These are blue Hawaiian Moscow guppies. Look at this guy here. See if we can get some focused in on some real pretty guys. Look at these guys. These are blue Hawaiian Moscow guppies. From the Bentley Pasco collection. I got these from Bentley a few days ago. Man, look at that dude. Look at these guys. You can see they're doing a great job of harassing each other and picking diatoms. As per usual. Whoops, I lost him. Look at that, man. Something else. I really like how the blue Hawaiian Moscow starts to get that, you know, that kind of green, like this guy. A little bit of a green, like a lime, but I don't know. When you look at it from different angles, it disappears. Again, the magic of erythroras. So this is tank number 3 only that we're on, so this could take a little while. Guppies doing what guppies do, looking for food wherever they may find it. All right. Actually, let me flip this back around for just a moment. Pardon me, I forgot something over here on the table. I'm actually making a bunch of RO water right now, so there's multiple things going on. Pardon me. Okay, let's get going. These little guys, whoa, easy fella. Got a ton of them in here, 20, 25, 20, I think. These are Apistogramma hongsloi. A lot of people say Apistogramma hongsloi. That's fine, you can say that. But these fish were named in honor of a gentleman whose last name was Hongsloi. They just kind of added the I to it, and it became hongsloi. Very, very lovely fish. These are actually some of the most social apistos. Here, let me back up a little bit and show you. They're all right up here. Look at all these guys, tons of them. They're just all like, hey, what's up, man? Treats? Food? No? Okay, well, we'll just hang out with you. Oops. Didn't mean to bump the tank, guys. Didn't mean to bump the tank with the camera, sorry. Again. So again, these are Apistogramma hongsloi. For some reason I can't focus that closely. Very inquisitive, very, very friendly. Not particularly nasty to each other actually either. Now if you guys are interested in the Apistogramma hongsloi, or hongsloi if you prefer to say, now we're on tank number 4 right now. I'm gonna jump over. Let me flip the camera if I can figure out how. We're on tank. We're gonna jump on over to tank 25. I just showed you the Apistogramma hongsloi. Now, they just took off. They're feeling a little bit shy. I'm going to show you Apistogramma hongsloi red gold variety. These were developed, tank bred, the whole thing in Europe. Check these guys out, if I can get a shot of them. Let me see if I can go to the side. They're really shy tonight for some reason. It's the yellow of the phone. There we go. There's a decent shot, I suppose. Not very colored up. There we go. Kind of flushed them out a little bit, freaked them out. There we go. There is the red gold variety of the Apistogramma hongsloi. You can see really, really quite pretty. Quite a pretty fish. They're all chilling back here under the rock. Quite nifty critters. You're not feeling very sociable tonight. This guy is. Anyway, I thought I'd point that out to you. I have two varieties of the Apistogramma hongsloi. Pardon me. So, let's continue. And they are definitely, oh, here's one. Here's another Apistogramma. Can you guess what it is? It's an itty bitty guy. There's another one there. These are Apistogramma trifasciata. Little guy there. And they're in here with about, I don't know, 30 or 40 golden autocinclus. You see them there doing some work. It's kind of actually resting right now. They've been tearing this thing up, man. Wore away some of the skin. I mean, been tearing it up. Good job, fellas. There's another aquarium. It's aquarium number 5, tank number 5, rather. Got a bunch of them under this rock. These are Apistogramma trifasciata. See how they're little, I don't know if you can see these cute little faces poking out from underneath the rock. For some reason it's having trouble focusing tonight. Let's see if I can carefully move and get a better shot. Kind of, but not really. There's a bunch of them under that rock hiding. And this guy, who's not shy. Of course, got a bunch of catappa leaves in there and all that good stuff's going on. All right. Let's jump on down to the next aquarium. See if I can get a decent shot of these guys. These are red iron topaz guppies. See if I can move the light forward a little bit. There we go. Very, very kind of steel blue look to the body. Long dorsal fin, very long dorsal fins on the males with a rounded lobe at the end, which is very odd. And got speckling all in their tails. I don't know if you can pick it up. Little tiny, look like really deep azure blue dots on the tail. It's strange. Very odd color combination. I like them very much. And you can see the females. Let's see if I can find one. Look at her. Those dorsal fins. Incredible azure kind of blue, powder blue dorsal fins going on. Look at that. Man, I think I like the females more than the males. Jeez. Because of the subtlety of the textures Anyway, red iron topaz guppies. This came from a professional breeder out east. Okay, next is, I guess, what we could call something of my mascot guppy, the platinum galaxy tiger. Been working on these guys for a little bit over 2.5 years. Very common with the strain, this green and yellow shoulder that the males have. You see that shoulder, green and yellow? Very, very common. I mean, that's a trait of this strain. So I kind of worked to make their tails a little bit better. Their tails were a little bit underwhelming. I filled them out a little bit. Pretty guys. Oh, pardon me while I stretch the legs for a moment. Squatting down like that for a while is a little rough. Okay, now I have a prop planned for the next aquarium because I love watching these guys. Actually, you know what, guys? Whatever. I'm gonna wheel the chair over here and plop down on it while I show you the next aquarium because I kind of want to focus on it for a little while. I love watching these guys. And I have my prop sinking wafer pellet to bring them in close. So let me get my pellet here, a little treat. Everyone loves Panda garas. Come on, guys. See if I can not freak them out too much. Hold on. Gosh darn it, sorry. Come on, guys. The pellet. Well, the rummy-nosed tetras are definitely interested. Oh man, they didn't waste any time. Look at that. Boom. Immediately. So you can see we have a bunch of panda garas in here. And we also have a bunch of rummy-nosed tetras. These were tank-bred rummy-nosed tetras, imported from Europe. Wow, we're really going to town, man. It's getting ugly. See a bunch in the back are starting to wake up. There's tons in here. They're sleeping under the rocks and what have you. It's gonna be blood war soon. It's a swarm now. These guys are so cool. Very, very interesting little fish. Okay. Well, I could sit here all night and watch these little panda garas if I'm not careful. So, we're going to move on to the next aquarium that I did not show you guys at all last time. Let me see where these guys are. They're pretty timid when they're young, and these guys are definitely young. Let me go back here and show you guys these incredibly intelligent fish, incredibly smart. Very, very trainable. A lot of people train them to take food from their hands. You know what, actually, let me get these guys some food. Sorry, I'm squeezing by the rack. I have some fluval bug bite flakes. Really good stuff, they love it. I wanna feed these guys a bit. I'm trying to get them to be a little bit less shy, but it's very, very common to struggle with these guys being very, very timid. I will show you, and I'll explain what they are once you guys get a chance to look. Now, they like to hang out in the back in the dark. It's very common when they're juveniles. When they reach kind of like the quote-unquote teenage years, they're much less timid. But many people train these fish to take food from their hands. People have reported they've learned tricks, all kinds of things. Very smart fish. Let me open the back of the aquarium up here. I'll grab some food and flip the camera around. It's this tank right here. You see these little guys? I'm gonna go slow because this phone might scare them. Let me give them some food here. Here you go, guys. These are Harrow's SP rock keel. If you've never heard of that before, if you've never heard of the Harrow's SP rock keel, the common name is rock keel's red-shouldered severums. So little bitty guys. They're young. And they're not showing their red shoulders at all yet. Of course, they're far too young for that. But while they are severums, they're widely regarded as being amongst really the most peaceful of all the severums. We're talking no fighting, no fin nipping, no bullying whatsoever. They live in community tanks even when they're large, and they're super, super peaceful. Now you can see these guys are itty bitties. I wish I could get them to come to the front to show you just how pretty they are, but they're hanging here in the back, so we have to go into their world. Really, really cool fish. They like to come out to the front early in the morning when they're little babies like this, like adolescents, I guess you could say. They're feeling much less threatened then. Now you see they're all facing us. They're facing the camera like, okay, more food, please. Again, this is Harrow's SP rock keel, or the rock keel's red-shouldered severum. Very neat fish. Now before we have a bit of an unexpected surf's up moment, I'm gonna turn off my RO unit because I've been ripping water into my water plant. I'm gonna cut all of my stuff off, pardon me. And then we can continue. We don't want a kind of a, Hawaii 5-0 intro thing going on. That would not be good. So now let us slide down and check out actually a really cool aquarium with a very cool fish that I quite like. Let's see if I can bring them up here. They don't mind at all getting a little snack. Let me see if I can get the food which I left back here. They very much enjoy a little snack around this time. So we're gonna hook them up again with some Flugel bug bite flakes. Check these guys out. These are long fin white cloud mountain minnows. They're just starting to come in to post-adolescence enough to where their long fins are starting to grow in. It's a problem with this fish. Always when you get them, they don't have long fins just yet usually. But anyway, that's not the fish that I wanted to show you guys, even though those are awesome white cloud minnows. It's the fish down in the substrate. These are Aspidoras spilotus. They're definitely in the Corydorae family. Let's check them out. They're gonna come up here for food like right away. See these little guys? Aren't they cool? They're like stretched limo Corydoras basically, but they're Aspidoras obviously. They're so long. It's like someone got a little nano, like a nano cory of some sort, and like stretched it. Super cool little fish. And like I said, we have some white cloud mountain minnows, long fins, starting to come in. Quite nice fish as well. These little guys are super active. Really, really fun little bottom dwelling fish. I mean, anytime there's any food around, they just swarm. Just like that, it's really fascinating to watch. Aspidoras spilotus. Okay, so we don't have anything at all in there except a bunch of brown diatoms. And here, sorry, yeah. Oh gosh, a little bit of a technical glitch. Here we go. So I don't know if, let me see if I can find any fish in here. See this little guy here? There's only one of them. It's an 8-banded barb. It's known as Erythrora octozona. There's a bunch of them in there in the back. There's another little one there. But, and there's a bunch of Corydoras venezuelanus orange in the back. I don't know if you can see them. They're not feeling very sociable. Anyway, these guys are definitely feeling crazy sociable. Let me fix this tripod. Hold on. Check these dudes out. They're usually not up here. Big boys. Big boys and girls. These are Corydoras virginae, or some people say virginiae. This is the Miguelito Corydoras. Got a bunch of them in here. These guys are easily, shoot man, they're approaching 3 inches, easily. They're really mellow. They just kind of chill. They like to chill together in a group. And they're really active at night, usually. Early in the morning and at night. You might notice over there, I don't know if you can pick up, the colors are definitely starting to develop in these guys. You see them acting that way to each other? I'll let you guys guess what these are in here. These smaller fish. You got the Corydoras miguelitos, or if you prefer Corydora virginiae. See these other guys in here?
These are blue garas, killifish. Oof. You see them going after each other. Constantly showing each other up. A lot going on there. Mellow cories and not mellow blue garas. Blue garas have a ton of personality though, I'm telling you. Almost every time I put my hand in here to do something, I'm getting bit, you know, they're biting me. Which is kind of cool, you know. They got some tood. All right guys, let's move on. Here we have, I'll let you guys guess. I'll give you 5 seconds before I tell you. See if you can figure it out. These are Corydoras agassizii. Really very lovely catfish actually. They're not rare. They're not super common either. They're somewhere in between, but the spotted pattern that they have going down their sides is just really nice compliment to a lot of aquariums. Look at those guys when they get going, you know? Really pretty cat, oh, sorry for the jiggling. Really pretty catfish. Let's enjoy these guys for just a minute. It's hard to believe we've been going this long already, but we're gonna have to speed it up. I may be running over a bit tonight. I didn't realize that it would be that much so. Switch this around here. There we go. Next up, pardon me. Here we have Apistogramma erythrora. Now this is the artist formerly known as Apistogramma sp mamore. They're usually not up here like this, so we're kind of lucky. And they're in here with a ton of golden autos, as you can see. Now this is a fish that for the longest time was known as Apistogramma sp mamore. It has recently been named by some Germans, Apistogramma erythrora. There's a bunch of them in here. This guy's just chilling on top of a golden auto. It's kind of weird, but okay. But they were named Apistogramma sp mamore after the original collection point, which was in the Mamore River. Really cool fish. I like these guys. They're normally not up here like this. I like that blue mask they get. See this guy? Kind of blue mask you got going on there. You got a gang of golden autos, of course. It's pretty insane, the shortage of autos right now. It's it's tough to get them. And a couple of monos in the back. Nice fish, Apistogramma erythrora. Okay. We have, I mean, what kind of party would it be if we didn't have tons and tons of Czech bred, Czech tank bred cardinal tetras. Bunch in here. Yeah, their colors are super vibrant. These guys, very healthy fish.
They're seemingly bulletproof so far. I have not lost one out of, I don't know, 120 or whatever. Ridiculous number I have. Lots and lots. Tank bred cardinal tetras from the Czech Republic. And in this same tank, I don't know if you can see them, guys. These little snails are horned nerite snails, also brought in from Europe. These guys have a fearsome reputation for being one of the only animals that will happily munch on BBA. Bluebeard algae, blackbeard algae, whatever you want to call it, it's nasty. And when you get it, it's a bummer. But these guys will very happily eat it. So there's about 100 in here. They're all crawling in the gravel, just kind of cleaning diatoms, eating algae, doing their stuff. Some up here on the glass. Horned nerite snails. Cool stuff. I guess we should move on. Okay, more Apistogramma time. This is Apistogramma viejita 2. Apistogramma viejita 2. I don't know if you can pick up that lavender they have going on. So their dorsal fin and the fins coming off their belly, and on their sides, they're definitely like lavender. Really interesting coloration on these guys. Back up a little bit in case it's too blurry. See if I can kind of zoom in digitally. There we go, it's better. Very, very cool fish, man. If you can see this guy back there, he's kind of doing this thing. Got a bunch of catapa leaves in there, and they're just kind of bunched under the rock. A few back there, big boys under the filter. Kind of doing what apistos do, and just chilling, just looking at you, wondering if you're going to give them food. Yep, these guys are cool, the viejita 2s. Now next is a very, very cool apisto, yet another apisto. This is the Inca 50, or Apistogramma bainshi. Very, very, quite lovely fish here. Zoom in digitally on this guy. Really crazy coloration and markings. Very distinctive, this fish. Very, very hard to mistake for another. Apistogramma bainshi. Often known as the Inca 50 or the Apistogramma Inca, or any other combination of names. There were so many. Look at this guy. Super groovy. These guys are so cool, man. And they're, you know, they have for the longest time, they had the population for being really, really hard, you know, like really, really difficult to raise. They're really not. Look at this guy. Look what he's doing. Kind of showing what a tough guy he is. He's shaking his butt at the other one, you know. Now, they had a reputation for being like crazy, crazy difficult to raise, and they were super delicate and blah, blah, blah. And no, check that out. It's really interesting behavior here. Apistogramma bainshi. Next, we have Apistogramma SP mamore red. Now this is not to be confused with the Apisto that I did about, I don't know, 3-4 tanks ago. The Apistos that I showed you before that used to be called Apistogramma SP mamore, those are now Apistogramma erythrora. This is not the same fish. This is Apistogramma SP mamore red. Very, very similar. They do not have the same blue mask that shows up in the fish that is now known as erythrora. But they do have very, very distinct borders between the black line and the tan and all of that. And their tails tend to be solidly red in the males with no variation in that. So definitely a different fish. Very, very social. They used to not be. A couple days ago, they started coming out of their shell. Very nice. Apistogramma SP mamore red. Okay, guys. Let's see. What do we have? I've got some regular neon tetras. It's not really that interesting. Just extra large, big boys. Let's check them out. These are tank bred. Big ones. Well fed. Corn fed, you might say. Tons of them loitering in the back there. But next to them is a very, very interesting selection. A buddy of mine, Aquaballs, was asking about them. These are rainbow shiners. Very, very interesting fish. Very, very beautiful. Especially when the males go into their breeding coats. These guys have eaten very, very well today. I usually like to give them a little treat, but they've had enough. Now, these rainbow shiners, I said last time, they are a native fish to the United States, the southeast United States, but I did import these from Europe. These are tank bred. Really lovely fish. Okay, next. A stunning fish that you may have caught a glimpse of before. Apistogramma cockatoos gold red. Really quite stunning fish, these guys. There's a bunch of them in there. There's one hiding back there. Healthy looking fish there. All right, well next we'll jump down and we'll show you these guys. These are Corydoras nanus. These are the nano Corydoras catfish. Itty bitty guys, tiny, teeny tiny. They're super peaceful.
just kind of chill, kind of do their thing. Really quite cute guys. Little bitty. Often they just kind of sit on the bottom, you know. Just kind of root around for a little bite to eat and don't cause any harm. Yeah, these easily rival the pygmies for on the cuteness scale for sure. All right, so next we have these are C102s, Corydoras leopardus, the leopard cory. I showed these last time, I'll show them again. Really quite stunning fish. Got a bunch of them in the back there. And a bunch of them in the front. They tend to feed a lot more at night. I mean, not all cories do, but these guys definitely do. Really active early in the morning. These are C102s. Yeah, my camera's not going to focus very well. Well, we got a baby guppy there. Here we have some Corydoras rebauti. These are the rust cories. They're really, really happy. They just kind of go on about their work. Very industrious. As you can see, they're always looking for a bite to eat. Always. Like this guy. Corydoras rebauti. Oh, pardon me, guys, while I get up. Okay, so you guys remember I showed you the Apistogramma SP viejita 2. This is Apistogramma SP viejita 1. Let's see if I can move this up and get them not to run away in fear. Here we go. See if I can get a better shot of these guys. They're super beautiful. These are Apistogramma SP viejita 1. See if I can get a better shot. It's difficult. Here you go. It's about as good as it's going to get from this angle. There's a bunch of them in the back there. Apistogramma SP viejita number 1. Okay. Okay, guys, that was 30 aquariums, give or take. We skipped a couple that were empty. And I want to show you this next fish. I skipped over it purposefully last time because this is easily the most sought after tetra in the trade. You can look it up. I'm going to give you the scientific name of it, the common name of it. It's not much to look at until it's in its breeding dress. The males specifically are in their breeding dress. Let me check the live stream. Yeah, we're still good.
The males in their breeding dress are stunning. They make rainbow shiners look so-so. And I mean it. So this next fish is Hemigrammus caeruleus, the red laser tetra. See if I can get a better angle. Now they're not tons to look at. Gosh, I don't know what's going on here. I can't focus. That's a shame. These are red laser tetras. If I can shoot from this way, maybe. I'm gonna have to play with the lighting in here. But these guys, if you want to search and read about them and look at one of the males in their full breeding dress, please do so. Hemigrammus caeruleus, it's the red laser tetra. And if you search Google Images for it, you'll see an image supplied by Aquarium Glaser, a very, very, well-known German breeder and wholesaler of this very same fish. Hemigrammus caeruleus, red laser tetra. I'll fix the focus on this camera and get it sorted out. Next, we have some amazing. I'm glad I took the plunge. We have some amazing Cary super blue tetras. Look at these guys. And some kubatais. Kubatai. Some beautiful little kubatais. Yeah, these super blues are killer. Really, really nice. Next. Now their light's already off. I don't want to mess with their light because they're angelfish. Next up, we have some beautiful angels, tank bred. These are Manakapuru super red angelfish. I don't know if you can see, but they're starting to get little red dots. I think they're gonna get fed. Probably can't see it since her light's already off. They're already starting to get the little tiny red dots. Basically the whole fish gets covered in these little red dots, and the red dots grow and grow. They get fatter and fatter and fatter until these little red dots meet up. The borders actually meet and start touching. And then basically before long, 2 or 3 months after that, the whole fish is red. The whole angelfish is totally red. So this is a tank full of Manakapuru super red angelfish. These are Pterophyllum scalare. Various coloration patterns due to the black background and the blonde rocks. It's playing havoc with the fish's coloration. What color do we turn? Okay, next to them are some more angels. These are Manakapuru redbacks. Now these are juvenile-ish. They're basically just barely teens, and they don't have their full redback coloration yet, but that will. Basically, the top, I'd say 1/3 or so of each fish will be really, really red. A little bit of tinge of rust to it here and there in bands, but it'll be quite stunning. You guys can look up the adult coloration of the Manakapuru redback angelfish if you like. These guys are doing very, very, very well. They're hoping they're getting food. Tomorrow, fellas. Tomorrow. All right, so next we're gonna just kind of, you guys know what's coming up next probably. We're gonna just kind of soak this in a bit.
see if I can do this baiter. Let's see. There we go. Sorry guys for the constant readjustment. These are veil-tailed neon tetras. I just kind of want to just like watch them chill for a minute, if that's cool with you. I spend a lot of time each day just watching these 100 or so just go back and forth and back and forth. We're almost at the end, guys. I shall release you soon. We have 2 more aquariums to cover, and we're finished. I'd like to get a kind of a close-up of some of these guys. I've been trying to get these guys for years. Finally found them. Jeez. After miles of struggle. Okay, I guess we got to move on finally. I don't want to, but we should. Next, a fish that many people have been looking for a long time. Corydoras SP Black Venezuela. Whole bunch of them. Swimming around, doing their thing. Right about now, they're wondering why the lights aren't off. Corydoras SP Black Venezuela. Yeah, they don't like the camera one bit. All right, guys. Don't stress you out anymore. Last aquarium. Last one. A bunch, and I mean a bunch, of golden neon tetras. Really nice ones too, super nice. Look at the sheen, the blues, the pinks as they move. It's just, wow. I'll watch these guys for a minute. They stand out really well, obviously, against the dark substrate and everything. All right, guys. And that is it. That is every aquarium I had. We skipped a couple that didn't have a whole lot going on and a couple that were just absolutely empty. I have no idea how long I've been going for.
but I have a feeling that it's been longer than an hour. Pardon me while I pull my chair over all these hoses and stuff everywhere. It's pretty crazy in here. Oh, goodness gracious, guys. Yeah, we're definitely over by about 9 minutes, but I wanted to give you guys a rundown and show you what I got going on. I have a lot of work to do here tonight. I'm still making some RO water, that sort of thing. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. Let me do a really quick scan through chat. And I don't know if I have any questions necessarily. Hopefully you guys have remembered to @redfish bluefish if you ask me any questions. If anything stands out, let's see, I should probably switch around to the regular view where things actually are highlighted. Question here from Dean's Fish Room. At what point are you going to be selling fish, and are you only selling online or also locally? Yes, I'm selling online and also locally. We're not selling locally in shop just yet. Frankly, we're not ready, and you know, with the pandemic and everything that's been going on, Dean, it's just better to open up and to do online only right now, and to also put the offer out there where we're more than happy to open up for anyone by appointment. If they want to come by in person and get some stuff or check some stuff out or just visit, that's fine. We are going to be selling online, and we're going to be doing a little announcement about that in just a moment. Now, we don't have any functional website actually activated yet. We do have a lot of stuff. It's just not spun up just yet. Let me see if I've missed any more ats. I don't actually think I have any, strangely enough. And I have a question here from Fishy64 asking, do you have red laser tetras? Yes, I do. We just showed them. It wasn't the light. I need to work on the lighting in that tank, quite frankly. Yes, there are, I think, 25 or so red laser tetras in there. Absolutely, yeah, really fantastic fish. I love how they eat. When you put food on top of the water, they just, pow, they just jump up real quick and pop, pop, pop. They pop the water. It's really quite interesting to watch them to feast. So just jumping through here and see if I've missed anything else. I don't think so. I think I am actually good. Yes, a comment from Dean's Fish Room. Those Aspidoras are really nice. They stay small and are a great community fish. I've spawned various types of them over the years. Super cool fish. Yes, absolutely, Dean. Aspidoras are really interesting. They're really interesting fish. They don't seem to do any self-poisoning, anything nasty. They're just super friendly. They're super communal. You know, when you go up to the tank and you move the lid and they realize there's a human up there, whoom, they go right to the front, which is nice to see in a well, I almost said Corydoras. A Corydoras-like fish. How about that? An Aspidoras. It is a member of the Corydorae family. But anyway, guys, I think that we're just about done. I think that we're just about caught up. Comment here from Fishymon64. I need 7 red laser tetras. Okay, cool. I've got some. BG Aqua with a comment here. We've been entertaining ourselves while you're giving us eye candy. Nice, nice. Well, please entertain yourself all you want. I'll just show you stuff of fish. I'll shut up and you guys can entertain yourselves. That's the way it normally is on FishTube anyways. So, what are you feeding the minions? Oh, all kinds of stuff. Whatever they want. So guys, I think I'm really caught up. I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. We're 13 minutes over our normal 1 hour stream. Apologies for running over. Thank you so much for hanging out with me here at Redfish Bluefish. Had a great time. We'll be live next Friday, 8 p.m. Pacific. That's 11 p.m. Eastern. We'll have more updates. And before I cut out of here, I'm going to drop into chat really quickly the URL, which is not, I mean, if you go to the URL right now, it will load. It's like a landing page with a bunch of ads and garbage in it. But I'm going to go ahead and drop the URL of our soon-to-be launched website, our e-commerce website, if you prefer. And the URL is dropping it here in a moment. Right there in chat, guys. So I dropped it in chat. If you guys want to bookmark that, make a note of it, or just forget it altogether, that's totally fine. Our website will be opening up next week, very early next week, and the URL is redfishbluefish.shop. That's redfishbluefish.shop. So hopefully that makes sense. I'm in a shop, this is a shop, and our website is a .shop address. Anyway, guys, had a lot of fun. Thank you so much for hanging out with me here at Redfish Bluefish. We are going to wrap it up and really hope that you have a wonderful weekend, and we'll see you next time. Take care, guys.